Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Minnesota Mike back with you for another video. This is another one in my vlog series that I do through the Memphis Songwriters Association in conjunction with the blog that I write for them, talking all about songwriting and what has worked for various artists over the course of a handful of years, whether those songs have been hits or not. So, this latest kick that I'm on is called You're Not Entitled to That Title. In a previous blog, I talked about taking a common phrase and tipping it on its head to create a brand new idea. This included a brief discussion on judging song titles by their title. In my last blog, we talked about taking a title from a book, and in this particular blog, we're going to look at taking a previously existing song title and writing your own song title with the same title. Ideas for songs are available for copyright, but song titles are fair game as long as you take it in a different direction than its predecessor. On that note, there are thousands of songs called Home and thousands more called Stay. There are thousands of songs with Memphis in the title, and although some of those are worth talking about, I will not be covering those in this particular blog and vlog kick, instead focusing on relatively uncommon song titles and the two directions in which they went. My hope is to inspire you to come up with a third direction. So we're going to look at Teenage Dream by Katy Perry to start off with, and then we're going to talk about Teenage Dream by Olivia Rodrigo. So the Katy Perry song, it might be just me, but whenever I look at wedding pictures, it feels like the bride and groom have very unnatural looking smiles on their faces. But that's exactly the energy behind Teenage Dream by Katy Perry. Similar to Big Star's 13, which we will look at in a future blog, there's an appropriate childlike innocence to discovering love for the first time and being spontaneous enough to live in the moment while being naive enough to think that it could last forever. I mentioned earlier about the wedding photo, and much of the first verse deals with a lot of stuff you hear about in the honeymoon stage of a marriage or a relationship. You think I'm pretty without any makeup on. You think I'm funny when I tell the punchline wrong. Just want to say that's never funny. If you can't tell the joke correctly, then don't tell it at all. But the pre-chorus says, "Let's go all the way tonight," and the chorus furthers that plea, saying, "You make me feel like I'm living a teenage dream." The second verse talks about a road trip to California where they got drunk on the beach. The simplicity of the lyrics match the narrator being so young and wanting to stay young forever. Melodically, the song uses B flat, F, E flat, B flat, F, and B flat, followed by E flat major 7 and F. The E flat 7, or E flat major 7 and F are played 4 times to close out the verse. That E flat major 7 and F, those chords also begin the pre-chorus and get played through 4 times, and then those same chords are played through 9 times in the chorus, starting with the B major, or B flat major I should say, and going from there. The song is in B flat major, and the verses use a 1-5-4, 1-5, 1-4-5 pattern. The pre-chorus and chorus alternate between the 4 and 5 chords, as does the bridge. Instrumentally, the song uses 2 different guitars, including a distorted one in the chorus, as well as drums and other programming. Structurally, the song uses a verse, pre-chorus, chorus, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, bridge, chorus format. Notably, the first part of the verses uses a 5-4 walk down, and they end on a walk up from 4 to 5, and those are used in various parts of the song to convey various runs. For example, in the first verse, she mentions how he'll forever be her Valentine, one of my least favorite phrases, but again, put yourself in their shoes and you can enjoy it. So she uses that line from the 4 to the 5, while the pre-chorus, we hear her say, "Let's go all the way tonight." There's a difference in her vocal delivery that makes her go from sweet sounding in the verses to urgent in the pre-chorus before declaring how she makes him feel, or how he makes her feel, I should say, in the chorus. So, Teenage Dream is linked below the Katy Perry song, and you can listen to that below. Next, we're going to talk about Teenage Dream by Olivia Rodrigo. Upon deeper reflection, both Katy Perry and Olivia Rodrigo's Teenage Dream are technically about expressing independence and making mistakes, but Olivia's version takes the title a step deeper in self-reflecting on how maybe that's not such a good thing. She takes a similar approach to Bob Dylan's Blowin' in the Wind. Do not make that comparison lightly, I do not, but it's a cool structure. So she takes that structure in asking a bunch of rhetorical questions that she does not have the answer to, such as when am I going to start being wise beyond my years and just start being wise. And in the second verse, she says, when are all my excuses of learning my lessons going to start to feel sad? In the chorus, she says, I'll blow out the candles, happy birthday to me. Got your whole life ahead of you, you're only 19, but I'm sorry you've already seen all the best parts of me. I'm sorry that I could not be your teenage dream. In other words, everyone around her has all these expectations for her to be this wise person for her age, but in reality it's just an act because she's having all these doubts about herself. This culminates in the coda where she sings, they all say that it gets better the more you grow. Yeah, they all say that it gets better, but what if I don't? The first track on Guts, the parent album for this particular song, is called All American Bitch, and in it, she talks about all the contrasts that she's expected to have, like being grateful when she cries, light as a feather and stiff as a board. In Teenage Dream, she basically uses it as an apology for not living up to all the high expectations people had for her due to the mistakes that she made throughout the song themes on the album. And while much of Guts is spent living out what she thinks is a teenage dream, similar to the ones discussed in the Katy Perry song, her come down to reality is explored in this song, and every time I hear it, I just want to give her a hug and tell her it's going to be all right, because it's just one of those things. Those are mistakes that, you know, people make, and this apology sometimes seems like it's too much, but it's still a really, really well-written song. Melodically, the song is written in C major, and the main instrument is piano. For the intro, she uses G6, A minor 7, and F, which is a 5-6-4 pattern that gets played twice. The chorus then uses C, A minor 7, and F, with the F6 and F major 7 extensions used after the F each time after the first go-around. This is a 1-6-4 pattern. The chorus then uses E minor, F, and C, as well as D minor and F, with the E minor augmented and F minor 6 chords thrown in for flair. This is a 3-4-1-2-4 pattern. The coda uses C, E minor, F/C, and F minor, which is a 1-3-4 4 pattern, but the 4 the second time around is a minor fourth. That gets played 4 times before ending on an outro of C, C/B, A minor, and A flat. This is a 1-6 flat 6th pattern, and the first 6th, of course, is minor. The second 6th is major. In addition to the piano, there's bass and electric guitar, as well as cello. So you can listen to Olivia Rodrigo's Teenage Dream, which is linked below. Like I said, the Katy Perry song is also linked in the description of this video. Thank you so much. Like I said, it'll be really interesting to see what you come up with, because there are lots of different teenage dreams that you could live out and explore, so there's plenty to go on here. And so, like I said, happy writing, and I look forward to hearing what you guys come up with for your third version of Teenage Dream, so to speak. Next time, we are going to look at Dead Flowers by the Rolling Stones, and also we are going to look at Dead Flowers by Miranda Lambert. I'm Minnesota Mike. Thank you so much.